Diana or Lighthawk here. Now today I would like to touch on a subject that most of us have in the back of our minds, but maybe don't discuss too much. And that is strengthening our energetic shield and protecting our energy body. Also, my previous videos that are on Conscious Awakening Network have centered on getting in touch with different beings, elementals, ultra-dimensionals, and angelic beings, along with accessing different dimensions naturally. There are also certain places and power spots, along with various times of the year, when the veil is extra thin for everyone, such as near Halloween week or All Souls Days. So this info today will be a good review for some, but also some tools offered will be good to put in your energetic toolbox for all. So the best time to strengthen our energetic body is in the early morning hours between 3:30 and 5:30, your local time, as the sun is starting to come up on the horizon. The cosmic energies are very fresh and potent at this time. We can literally breathe in this energy. Also, as the sun rises, you can energetically absorb the sun rays into your being. Some may even receive light codes while they are doing this. Now, myself and many people mention about grounding and sending that cord down to the center of the earth, especially before meditation. This is an important step, for even if we are highly vibrating and enlightened, if we are not grounded or firmly grounded, then we are not embodying our strongest energy. And this may contribute to leakages in our aura, and we may feel spacey and not be able to concentrate. Also, we could attract some adverse energies to us more frequently. So as it's been mentioned before, we can envision a cord extending down through our lower body, through the floor, the ground, the bedrock, and through any rocks, crystals, strata, lava, and so on, all the way to the very core of the earth. It is also good to plant a sign with our name on it to affirm, again, that after all, no matter how hard it may be to live on this planet, we do deserve to be able to evolve, make a difference, and carry out our purpose and our mission while we are here, and then also to thrive. Now we can also do a clearing or energetic wash or before we do a meditation, and this will wash through our energy centers in our etheric field. Now, there are many techniques for this and are taught by several teachers and practitioners. Some of my favorites are as follows. For the lower centers especially, you can visualize a cleansing energy spiral coming up from the earth and just removing, any debris, any energetic debris. You can also visualize dark violet coming through your whole body and washing down to the core and then out. Then, as you feel cleansed of any heavy vibrations, then you can envision a lighter violet coming through. Now also, Archangel Michael can help removing any adverse energies. And one of the ways he does this is with his flaming energetic sword, in which he can actually withdraw and pull out the energies out of our energetic field. He can also cut any energetic cords away or to separate them. Now, to get prepared for deeper meditation, you can envision sparkly gold light coming through your crown chakra. And then again, having that go all the way through your body. Now, if you plan on getting in touch with the angelic realm, then you can also envision some sparkly diamond light coming through. And you can expand your energetic halo for the day. Any kind of meditation is good, for you will not only get in touch with your soul and possibly the source, along with centering your thoughts, but also each time it can strengthen your energetic body and raise your spiritual or light quotient. I especially like the sun meditation, not only to get in touch with the strong solar beings, but also to strengthen the energetic shield. If you think that a more challenging situation might arise, you can envision golden shields coming down through your crown chakra and protecting all energy centers. So besides meditations, the power of prayer, of course, and affirmations is a key to long-term strengthening. It is good to practice this even when you are not going to be in contact with a more diversive situation. I also like to burn Palo Santo for meditation and copal if some clearing is in order. For a really inspirational session with the source, then burning frankincense or having frankincense is just wonderful. Now also there are all kinds of good portable sprays that you can bring with you if you're going out. And there's wonderful bracelets, of course, and necklaces with protective stones. Now, I like to wear the hematite and the magnetic hematite, at least. Now, the other protective crystals are black tourmaline, citrine, smoky quartz, black obsidian, amethyst, especially for psychic sessions, jet, fluorite, labradorite, blue kaolite, black jasper, malachite, black jade, black calcite, and shungite especially. If there is something extra pressing happening, or even in regard to prevention, you can perform the lesser and greater banishing ritual. Now for this you can contact an angel practitioner or priestess or shamanic practitioner if you cannot find the steps to this practice. So besides the grounding and protection techniques that we talked about earlier, there's also certain times of year too when the veil is thin that you really want to use those protection techniques even more. Now this can happen not only with sensitive people, but also the population in general. So between, I would say, the end of September to like the middle of November, but especially the week of Halloween, is especially the case where the veils are very thin in between the worlds. And they say often, their sayings that many of the souls that are still disembodied, but they're roaming the earth, they may choose to go on at that time. And this touches on, too, the earlier Celtic traditions of Samhain, where they celebrated the time when they felt the presence of the dead. And they also dressed up in different different kind of dress and costumes, and they had fire ceremonies and so on. It wasn't only the Celts, but also the Mexican people have their holiday too, in regard to in the Day of the Dead also. So it exists across the world. But one thing to remember is that it's a sacred time. It's not just, in regard to Halloween with the fun and the parties and the costume. That developed as an offshoot of this, but it really should be thought of honoring the ancestors, honoring the relatives that have passed on, and any of the souls too that still need help. And a lot of us shamans and healers and light workers, we do help that to happen. We can call in the light beings, and there's other techniques that you use to help with the souls going on more to the light. Now, in regard to stuck souls, this can happen for many reasons, and any kind of energy that does need to be released. There could have been a major trauma in the area, in a house or building, or an accident, or someone could have gotten really ill. Also, there could have been a crime committed in certain houses or buildings, and or there could just be some very stagnant energy. And so, in regard to this, I do full-scale house healings or house blessings. And what I do first of all is I go around and I do clapping in the corners, in the closets. I look and feel to detect anything or any kind of energy. And then after that, I often use music, like gamma music is very good, and it really raises the vibration. And using this music really sets the tone, and I can bring in a healing orb that's used. And again, different healers and shamans have different techniques, but this is one technique, and you bring that in. It is good to be trained in this, and you use the healing orb that circles around and spirals around, and it will release and detect and then release any energy that needs to be released. And it is good to really pay attention to the closets, especially closets, basements, and attics. And after doing this, too, if any souls need to be brought to the light, then call in the light rescue beings. And then also you can go around and for a refresher, use Tibetan bells in different corners of the room, and use incense. And also, if you want to double check, just use a pendulum and see which way it will spin. So I just find this technique very helpful, and it's especially good to do this time of year. Right now, this is the fall here where we're shooting this, and also in the spring to clear things out. Now, besides house and building clearing, land clearing can be important sometimes. And the same thing that can happen with the land, or similar as a house. You can have energies that just settle in, whether there was an accident on the land, whether someone had had gotten killed in the past, or something happened there, something major traumatic happened. And also in areas, some historic areas like where we're at today, where there's mining. Now these communities, they had quite a few people at one time, and quite a few of the men worked in the mines, and there could also have been accidents. Quite a few times there were accidents, and besides mining accidents, there were also avalanches and very heavy winters and so on. So it was very hard living, and even the families surrounding them, had some really tough times. So to do a land clearing, this is one of the spots, where I would do that with the mine. You can see the mine, what remains of the mining structures, some of them in the background. So with a land clearing, it's similar to a home clearing. And with that, again, I can bring in the healing, very dynamic healing orb. I play certain gamma music too, and that raises the vibration to a higher dimension. Sometimes even I will be in the 5th dimension working with the healing and using the healing orb and bringing that in and going through the land, doing circles and spirals up and then also down below the soil, doing that to release anything that needs to come up. And if anything in particular comes up, then again I can use that orb to move it off. Also, it's good, you can use, sometimes if you need to sense something besides using those techniques, you can use a rattle to walk around and see what you sense with that. So this kind of work is, again, important not only in places where there might have been trauma and so on, but any place that needs to have a release, where you feel to go to release any kind of stuck energies. Now this is a little bit related to like grid work too, but that is where you go and there could be very positive energies where the ley lines cross, and you can even have vortexes, and you can do like a meditation there, and really feel into the energies. Now I would like to clarify that when practitioners are doing like a space or land clearing, we're not right in, and we don't need to be right in a negative situation or place or a dangerous structure. You can keep a comfortable distance with it, and also you want to, and we honor, whether it's a private place or a public place, we honor that whole situation in different ways. So and also you can energetically perform the techniques at a distance or remotely if you're energetically attuned and skilled. So now if you find that after any session, clearing, or even after any activity that you're still feeling heavy energy, even after you have maybe practiced some of the strengthening and centering techniques and also grounding, if you're still feeling, just that dense, heavy energy from somewhere, then there's still different things you can do. Now, right now, we are in a very beautiful spot and good energy spot, and with the stream behind us. But if you are coming from an area or situation where, you're just like that yucky, dense, heavy energy, then one thing you can do is you can just shake your body. Just shake. Just shake your hands, shake your legs, shake your feet, move your head back and forth. And this is especially good whenever there's like EMF kind of or Wi-Fi energies. Now another technique is to sit somewhere and really immerse your feet without shoes, barefoot, into the soil. And also you can do the energy washes, again, washing through your crown chakra and through your whole body and out the core. And you can use any of those. Now, if you're coming from a situation that is extra heavy, now you can, just as you're leaving, you can just stomp your feet. Just stomp your feet. I release this. It's done. Or another technique is to take your hands and to just release. So that is always very good. Now, if you're still finding that you need some energy clearing or balance in your field, then of course water is just excellent for that. Whether you can find a small waterfall, a stream, a river, or the shower, and just letting that water again trickle down. For again, water is the great healer and transformer. Now, for any ongoing situations, or if you would like to delve into this subject further, it's best to contact a shamanic practitioner. And again, my email is lightdimensions@gmail.com. And I want to say that the more we build our individual energetic bodies, whenever we're in a group, then the more we are contributing positively to that group. And that will come in that will be much needed in further times coming up. So I want to say many blessings to you and many protective energies.